ไทยไมเคิลยอนก็ได้เดินทางมาทำข่าวที่นี่เช่นกันคุณณฐา โกมลวาทินได้ไปพูดคุยกับคุณไมเคิลยอนประเมินสถานการณ์ที่แยกราชประสงค์หลังเหตุการณ์ปะทะสิ้นสุดลง
To see the riot places after it has ended.
Yes.
What's your first assessment?
Well, one thing that I've been looking for is, for instance, evidence of the fighting. During the fighting, the army was very controlled with their fire. They used much discipline, and you can see from the signs and from the buildings and whatnot, there's not bullet holes in many places, very few.
Yeah.
So they were controlling how they aimed. They were shooting mostly on semi-automatic fire, no bullet marks. And I've been looking a lot. I've walked around many places and looking like no bullet holes. Normally when I'm in a city, when there's been fighting, you'll see bullet holes everywhere, marks of explosions, none here. No evidence of any firing. And you know, this was an area where there was much fighting because this was the main red shirt. Like this was their stage.
Yes.
Right. So I came here many times, and they had children here actually, but you know, you see no signs of fighting.
So you've been here all along, and did you see any men in black from
Yes,
the
yes.
accusation or from the question raised? You saw them?
I was this close.
Really?
I photographed them. Right. I photographed. They had fire bombs, and I photographed with fire bombs over near. And these were not the men wearing black who were the guards. I mean, I saw those too. These were the men in black, and they were like soldiers. They were not normal soldiers. They, to me, you know, I spend a lot of time with soldiers in the wars, and the men in black that I saw seemed like more like special forces people. They were very confident. They knew what they were doing. They were not afraid of the gunshots that were coming very close to us. They were moving towards the gunshots. I mean, these were not normal guys. I mean, they were dangerous individuals.
Yes. And did you talk to them which side they were on?
No, because they were busy. I mean, when I was with them, when the fighting would start, then they would come out. And so there was fighting going on, so I didn't really have a chance to talk with them. And then when the fighting would end, they would disappear.
So where were your spot while you were observing the protest? Behind the military or behind the protesters?
Both.
Both.
Not always behind either. Sometimes I was between. For instance, I was here. You know, this was the main red shirt area. I was up here many times. Down here.
You walk around freely?
Oh yes, yes. Walked around. All people were here. They were sleeping in the middle there. There were some children, not many. I counted about 14
Don't
children.
you have any fear, any nervous?
Well, I mean, they treated me well, so I mean, it is dangerous. But it's Thai people. They usually are not going to kill somebody. This isn't, you know, Afghanistan.
Yeah. But because you are a war correspondent and you've been quite used to situation in Iraq, in Afghanistan, what's the difference between Thailand and those countries?
Well, Thailand's more resistant to fighting because Thai people don't, you know, in Afghanistan, fighting guerrilla warfare is like soccer to them. It's like a sport. I'm serious. I'm not. I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's actually serious. They take guerrilla warfare as almost like a sport. Thailand is not like that. Thailand is more resistant to fighting. So there's great hope that this war can be stopped before it starts. And that's what's important now, because at this moment, the government is stronger than it will ever be. And so if a war starts, then it will become weaker and weaker. So now's the chance to make sure that it doesn't start. So that's what's important to me now, because I love Thailand.
At this point, do you expect to have gunshot or gunfight happen again in Bangkok? What do you see?
My gut instinct is that it's not over at all. And I would not be surprised if it happened again, which is why I want to get my body armor sent here. I would be surprised if it's over. Because what I saw among the red shirts was they were very serious. They're not going to be easy to ignore or push aside. I saw a lot of courage among the red shirts. So they're not going to go away easily. Not until whatever is bothering them is addressed. Then they'll probably go back to life. Because most people, especially Thai people, don't want to fight. The only people that fight are upset about something. Happy people don't fight. So it's a matter of finding out why are they upset and fixing it.
To have you in our country, does it mean that we are now become dangerous zone country?
No. I love Thailand anyway, so I was coming here before the fighting. And I would have come with or without the fighting, preferably without, because You know, as Kun Yoon said during an interview, you know, something like, you know, I hope you don't come as a war correspondent. Something like you should be a peace correspondent. I agree, Mr. Yoon. I mean, I would come here anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe you would change your direction of the report to become peace correspondent.
I like Kun Yoon's idea. I think that's a much better title, peace correspondent. Somebody that's not reporting on the war, but on ways to help keep the peace. But one way that's very important is the government needs to keep transparency and be honest, because the red shirts can lie 1,000 times and people won't pay attention. If the government lies once and gets caught, it's huge. You know, and everybody will always point back. So even when the truth is painful to the government, it's okay, just tell it, because it's more important to keep your credibility than to win some small media battle. Because if you're going to win the media war, you have to be honest.
I see. Thank you, Mike.
สำหรับคุณไมเคิลยอนนั้นเป็นนักข่าวอิสระนะคะไม่ได้สังกัดองค์กรหรือว่าสำนักข่าวใดๆทั้งสิ้นเขารายงานผ่านทางเว็บไซต์ส่วนตัวของตัวเองค่ะ